are
in your business interest on Ibr92.5 FM.
your right to know.
The time is 3 o'clock. Good afternoon. Here is Impact Business Radio, Ibr92.5 FM News Update at 3. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has threatened to strike out the 500 million naira fundamental right enforcement suit filed by the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, against the federal government. Kyari, who is currently in the custody of the National Drug and Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, is facing trial over his alleged involvement in drug trafficking. He had, however, instituted the legal action to challenge his arrest and detention by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency before his arraignment on March 7. He is, among other things, praying the court to order the federal government to pay his 500 million naira and also tender written apology to him in 2 national dailies for the unlawful violation of his fundamental human rights. The Nigerian Immigration Service in Abuja today reacted to a global ranking that placed the Nigerian passport at the 98th position out of 199th country. The ranking puts Nigeria below other African states such as Malawi, Niger, Chad, Zimbabwe, Uganda, and the Gambia. It noted that though it welcomes the ranking, it is more concerned with Nigerian passport compliance with the global standards of the International Civil Aviation Organization. The Passport Index, published quarterly, is based on exclusive data from the International Air Transport Association, which maintains the world's largest database of travel information. Each passport is scored based on the number of destinations that the holder can access visa-free. This also applies if passport holders can obtain a visa on arrival, a visitor's permit, or an electronic travel authority upon entry. Reacting to the report, the spokespersons of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Amos Okpo, argued that visa-free mobility is largely a reflection of bilateral agreements between countries and within regional blocs. The governor of Benue State, Samuel Hotham, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to hand over the reins of government to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. He argued that from all indications, the president lacks the capacity to rescue the country from the worsening economic and security predicament confronting the nation. He lamented the fact that Nigeria is being divided by nepotism and is losing our children to insecurity in part of the country. The Ebonyi State House of Assembly has declared the seat of 3 members of the Assembly elected on the People's Democratic Party, PDP, vacant. This follows a letter of resignation written by the 3 lawmakers resigning from their seats. The embattled Speaker of the House, Francis Nwufuru, read the letter during an emergency sitting of the House today. It will be recalled that the Federal High Court in Abuja had a judgment on the 8th of March sacked the Ebonyi State Speaker and 15 other lawmakers for defecting from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressive Congress, APC, in the state. We'll bring you details later in our subsequent bulletin. That hence the news update Chapter 3 on the Impact Business Radio, Ibr92.5FM, as edited by Feromi Akinbote. Do join us at 6 for the news across Nigeria. I am